Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is fucked here. Absolutely nothing is fucked here. This is going well. You should personally check it every day, although the computer checks it around the clock. I'm a machine. Howdy, everyone. How's it going today? I moved wrong and my back just shot pain through me, and it kind of terrified me for a moment. That's what that look was real quick. How's everybody going tonight? I'm doing great. Was it the clip where I was gushing about the supercut girl he made of your Cry of Fear stream? Because that is a super wholesome clip. And he did a really great job editing that, to be fair. Like, that was an entertaining-ass video. No, the one about insecurities. I have so many insecurities, and I bring them up so often, I'm not 100% sure which one you mean. I'd have to, I'll have to look back and see which one. Which, there's so many. There's so many of me being insecure. Or is it about other people's insecurities? I talk about those a lot, too. But, welcome in. We're back with some more Alan Wake. Probably only gonna do one episode tonight. You're like, don't let your insecurity... Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. But Ralph isn't Wake. Listen, it was 98 degrees today. I am not wearing multiple jackets. It's not happening. Y'all are lucky I'm wearing pants. Or unlucky, depending on who's into what. I ain't here to judge, but you can do better. It's 90 degrees in my apartment. Ill. Why are you in a terrarium? Like, that's not an apartment at that point. That's a terrarium. It's where you keep, like, spiders and shit. And lizards. But welcome in, everybody. How's everyone doing? I think the only person I haven't directly said hi to yet is Jagboo. How are you? No pants stream when. Y'all don't know if that's happened yet or not. Y'all can only ever see from here up of me. Like, y'all see mid-titty up. House air conditioning doesn't work and they won't fix it. Oh, that's no bueno. That's real no good. So I am having a bang-up day. I am congested, as I'm sure you can hear. I feel like my head's in a vice, and this ear doesn't work anymore. It's just clogged. I had an earbud in all day listening to a podcast. It sounded like it was a podcast in the next room. Not a fan. So hopefully I can relax with some video games. Before we get into it, as always, I am at these places, or the easily clickable links right there in the chat, or down in the description below if you're watching this in the future on YouTube. I don't have much more to rant about, so what say we go ahead and hop on in.
Previously on Alan Wake.
I like how they give us a previously. I have like 50% working ears. This one's bullshit. This one works. I can't hear anything in the room around me. Which is not a thing today.
I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Who pulled us out, though?
Shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Oh, geez, monster, kill it. Oh, it's my wife. Never mind. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
I have not been in care long enough for you to diagnose that. That takes a while from my understanding. Howdy, Jag. How are you?
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else.
What did
Someone
Hartman
was
pump into
watching
you?
Television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
That bag's real ballooned. I don't think they're supposed to look like that. Howdy, Reg. How are you? How have you been? Writing my thesis. Enjoy having your stream on in the background.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for
I'm suspicious of you because you're clearly evil.
Now, why don't you
Like, I'm not alone in that, right? He's clearly evil. And a quack.
You might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Alright, let's make a hypothesis and a conclusion. Don't explain.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip. Except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Can I eat this guy's fruit snacks? Oh, look at his little map. I don't give a shit what Dr. Hartman says. Dr. Hartman's a fucking charlatan. Fuck him. The Night Springs video game made by Remedy. An actual video game made by Remedy, Death Rally, which I apparently own and just haven't played yet. I was going through my Steam library the other day and I noticed it.
Recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
This artist sucks. They're drawing their paintings the wrong way.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing
Dying inside because it's early. Except that pretty good. Oh no.
This way, Alan.
Early sucks. I 100% support not being a morning person. The morning's an evil, evil time of day. The fuck, how many floors does this place have?
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
My wife isn't dead.
You're in a very vulnerable
She was
state.
taken by evil darkness inside the lake. That's clearly far more reasonable.
Alice drowned. And you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams.
The day should start at like 2 p.m. My day does usually.
In which you're right,
I work second shift.
reality.
My day usually starts around like 11 to 1.
Darkness are trying to stop you.
The evil in the lake is just Jason. I wish it was Jason. That'd be far easier to deal with.
For another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying.
Rough part right now.
Under the influence
How's
of
everyone's
the
day
drug he'd
going?
given me, I had to fight not to
It's
believe
been
his
hot.
words.
My head
It's all in
feels like it's in a vice. I've gone over this.
making it up.
Feel terrible.
From the tragic accident with your
But
wife
hopefully
has been killed.
your writing goes a little easier.
Just a manifestation of
Just
your
got to get in that flow where you just start typing and shit happens.
truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I
Like
know
clearly
the
it's a
instinct
different
is to
kind of
resist.
writing.
Think about it. Doesn't this
But
make
for
far more sense
whenever I had to
than
write
this
anything in college,
central conspiracy you have
I always found that once I got going, as long as I didn't stop, I was usually pretty good about like getting all the way through or most of the way through a thing. 4 a.m. for fucking school. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. 4 a.m.'s terrible. Editing is hard. Writing crap is easy. Editing I always found to be next to impossible. Like, honestly, I've never been able to edit my writing.
never get tired of this view.
I always have the problem of I over-edit.
Isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice.
I never turned
Now
off my
there was nothing
speakers.
but waves.
But I always found that
Storm coming.
if I
Recall there being a mention.
if I edited my paper, and this is a very different kind of writing, so this won't apply to what you're doing. I always found that if I edited my paper, I over-edited it. I would completely destroy every idea and it would become incomprehensible garbage. That being said, though, my first take was usually like my first write through was usually an A or B paper. Like, I always got lucky with that. And I also couldn't write anything too early. Editing is the best part. My anxiety cannot, Sylvan.
I let him talk. Hartman obviously loved
I've never...
His words echoed madly inside my head.
I
dug my nails into the palms of
the way I think of it is, I've never had an idea that was worth keeping. If I edit, I will remove everything I've written because I will think it's absolute trash. Like, whether or not that's the case or whatnot, like, that's not the point. It's good enough, but editing means I have to make it better. Yeah. That's kind of what's always been my problem is, like, pretty much, yeah. Like, it's also kind of the problem I have with, like, a lot of artwork I make as well, where, like, I very much get to a point where it's like, well, I either need to stop messing with it or completely delete it. And there's no in between. It even took me, like, a very long time to, think any photograph I took was worthwhile. You know? Like, that was a very hard struggle for me. Which actually is the reason why I started an Instagram page originally. Like, my first Instagram page solely existed to get me comfortable with the idea of, like, having a finished photograph.
There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Man, fucking people around here love Night Springs. Also, I love these two.
Are the Anderson brothers.
I've met them.
They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s.
Also,
Old Gods of Asgard.
Old Gods of Asgard is a band. Like, they've actually, like, I think it's, the Poets of the Fall is the actual band who ghostwrites their stuff. Because, Sam Lake is very close friends with the singer. But Old Gods of Asgard actually has some songs, and they're all fucking bangers. Like, I'll post a few in the Discord later. They're so good. Also, welcome in, Ontario. How are you doing?
I'm so sorry to cut
How's the time vortex treating you?
I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon.
I don't know what it's called in Back to the Future. I'd make that reference, so you'll have to just kind of deal with the Doctor Who reference.
Don't you think?
It's dusty as shit. I'm going to put the fact that I don't dust my desk all that often on Front Street, but I know Doctor Who a little better. God damn, that bow tie's real dusty.
But he has no clue.
That was a mistake.
He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world?
Headache still, but surprisingly Monday didn't have one. Hey, thanks for small favors, you know?
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Like, at least you got through Monday without.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm.
It's weird that they're confusing me with Tom and Jane.
Wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get
We go play some Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How is that? I haven't heard anybody talk about it since it came out, so I figured it kind of sucked.
But I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clear.
These fucking two are my
Zane
favorite.
could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through
About
the
to find
keys
out.
at the
Okay,
top.
cool. Let me know.
It exhilarated,
Hopefully you have fun.
but there was fear too. If not for his young assistant
Ooh.
Emil, he would have
So,
given it up. But
I feel
Emil
bad because I didn't want
convinced
to,
he too would
Dapper
break
talking
the
about
rules.
not getting a box he's been waiting on for his monitor. Earlier today, like, after nightfall, or around nightfall, I ordered an Xbox controller. That shit got delivered already. And I didn't realize this because I have an Xbox One controller. I have a movie playing on my laptop beside me. Okay. Anything good? So I didn't realize this, but they made the Xbox Series X controller smaller. Like, it's subtle, but it's smaller. But yeah, I ordered a Xbox controller in black. I haven't played with it yet. I'm a little miffed it takes a different plug. It's USB-C versus USB Type B that the other one had. But that way I won't have that sticky trigger bothering me, and I can take this one apart without worrying about ruining it. But I didn't feel like pulling my computer out to plug it into the back. So I'm not using it today.
Up. Or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
The Andersons clearly make more sense.
Booze on you?
Booze?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula.
Middle button, which is for
Local
captures.
ingredient
Yeah, but I don't
clears your head.
I don't really need that.
Makes you remember
Like,
moonbeams on the
I have so many things in front of me for capturing.
patches on the elbows. That's not very rock and roll. Tom just lost is all. Mama
Like,
got to him too, the damn witch.
Like, while that might be a nice feature, I don't see me using it much. I actually was looking for an Xbox One controller just for the sake of, like, all the cables I have would, you know, already work. Because every time I try to use my normal Xbox One controller wirelessly,
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago.
Jesus
Dr. Hartman
Christ.
wanted me to paint landscapes.
I kind of like it.
That's what I was doing, but now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
But yeah, I was looking for an Xbox One controller, and apparently they don't sell those new anymore unless you want to go third party. Which also, all the colorways for the, or all the color options for the new Xbox controller suck.
Go big in the target demographic.
Like, it was like, hey, do you want reflective green? Or do you want dark blue? Or red?
Hey, wait.
Or black
Why
or
don't you
white?
humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can
Who
get
the
to your
fuck
room by
asked
those
you?
stairs, Wake.
Type C charge, it's nice because you can put the cord in any way. Yeah. But the other two...
I'm not myself. It's
The other two controllers I have
my head.
both use USB Type B.
Everything else is a blur.
Like,
I'm trapped in this cabin.
hey, QR code. I bet you that leads to a video of Alan Wake writing.
My editor is real.
USB-C is nice if everything is USB-C.
Presence is wearing the old woman's
If you're just starting out and, like, not everything is, it's like, cool.
where her heart.
I now have to bring two cables with me.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think Hartman I'm had mentioned that closer the to saving power had been Alice. acting up. It's been lying to Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
But yeah, like, most of the stuff, like, I'm all for...
I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now.
How
It was
did I
the
get
only thing
room
I could do
one?
With Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Yeah, she's watching me like a hawk, run around like a jackass.
The white glare of the blank.
But yeah, I don't
page
mind
in front of me
USB-C.
hurt
It's
my
just like,
eyes.
it's new enough where not everything uses it still,
My hands began to
you
shake
know?
uncontrollably.
And I have a bunch of stuff that uses USB Type B. You know? Like my, even something simple, like my little pocket flashlight that I carry for
You
work,
stay here. I'm gonna go see
like
what's up.
uses
You just
USB
keep
Type
doing
B.
what you're doing. Be
You
cool,
know?
Okay.
And then my headphones are USB-C. My phone is Lightning port.
But it could be
Of course,
my
I have an
only
iPhone,
chance of getting out of here.
and it's stupid. Investigate the racket.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not
Everything
sweet
with different
now,
ports. Yeah.
are we?
I mean, I definitely almost just walked right by that. Like, I wouldn't mind it so much if everything was the same,
The grand tour,
but,
clearly proud of the place. He went on and
like,
on about
I
his
also don't
opportunities
mind everything
and
being
various
different. I just have a little baggie of cords I keep in my backpack.
He raised his voice,
And here, everything just works together.
Where's Al?
Same when you have, I got a third-party controller for Christmas. Gave it to my sibling, because I got a keyboard/shat pad,
The man smiled
and needed a Minecraft/first-party controller to take advantage of the keyboard. Honestly, one of my favorite features about the Xbox controller is the, like, stupid little expansion port and the headphone jack. Before I had, like, a nicer...
That wasn't a love tap. The crazy
God damn.
If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
My manuscript pages, and hopefully my gun and flashlight, because it's dark out and I'm scared. But yeah, no, like the little like headphone jack and expansion port on the bottom
Markings on the
are
tape
like
said
super
they were
useful.
recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I
Now
saw
I've
Alice's
definitely
name on one of them.
killed those
For a
motherfuckers.
moment, I couldn't breathe right.
These ain't bad. I like these paintings. They're fucked up, but they're good.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
A chat pad when playing games like example Minecraft. Yeah, I feel like you could probably get real like fast with those. Like if you've really put time into getting used to it. Like I have this for when I use like my Raspberry Pi and shit. Like this little just like keyboard pad thing. And like I can type fairly good on that. Or hell, back in the day, this is one of my favorite cell phones I ever had. My little fake Motorola like version of a BlackBerry. Like I used to be able to type super quick on this little tiny ass keyboard.
What would you say
Like,
to him if he'd listen?
and to give you an idea, I have an iPhone 8. Like, this is how much smaller that phone is.
But you don't ever say this.
And here I am just not listening to my wife again, I guess.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
So, I got the controller,
Well, I'll be
and typical husband not listening to your wife, exactly.
What she was saying made me happy.
Your
and
bangs,
sick
they're not
and guilty
bangs, it's
all
just...
at once. Worst of all,
Hey, thank you,
I
though.
recognized the words.
So if anybody's interested
It had been a cut
and can use it, I have a code, I think, for like 1 month of Game Pass that came with the controller. Hit me up on Discord or something if you want it. First person who asks gets it, whatever. Your whatever looks cute today, Ralph. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, and compliments are very difficult for me to take. And
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly
I don't
looked
want it won't work in Canada. That's fair.
The shame
So does it say US only?
He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time.
God, there's a lot of words on the back of this.
2 days. less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge.
It will ask for a
That
card,
wasn't part
but
of Hartman's plan.
I always say the same thing. Go and make a privacy.com account and make a card that won't work. Like which by the way, good advice. If you're ever like worried about a subscription, about like forgetting a subscription.
Caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside
Barry?
the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman was
kidnapper
playing
worked
me
with
all
Hartman.
along.
But yeah, if you ever are worried about like not remembering to cancel a
Barry?
my cardboard standee and Barry.
Glad to see you.
But yeah, no, make a privacy.com account and like just make a card where it has like less than the amount of the renewal and it'll bounce and they won't like be able to hit your card for it.
And I demanded to be treated as such, or else I'd sue their asses.
Yet another amazing Barry in a red jacket.
But I had no clue where you were.
All he needs is a beard and a big ass gun.
Somebody let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here and I should come pick you up. But when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah. That's
School just for upgrading my education, just math and stuff. When I had to write stuff down, I would plug in my controller to the computer and wire USB into type fast from my sat pad, but I didn't use normal keyboard because slow AF. That's the thing. I feel like there's a certain amount of like reasonable for like it's not so much a keyboard is better or you know a trackpad or like your little like I'm blanking on the name of it. Like your little chat pad. I had to look at your comment to remember the name of it.
Alan, please. You're sliding
It's not that
back.
any of those are
One more
particularly
line, I'll
better.
shoot you in the face.
Alan Wake, straight to the fucking point.
Worth a shot. Really, Wake. Come on. Let's work together.
But I feel like it's not so much which is better, it's which you're more comfortable with.
Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Like I can text fairly quickly
Now, let's just
using swipe. If you ask me to actually type anything out of my phone,
Listen to
it
me.
takes forever.
This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can
On my
create
keyboard,
something
I'm
absolutely
reasonable, but not
wonderful. With your
fast.
ability in mind.
Swiping more often now. Very nice. I've been doing the swiping thing for years because it was a feature on Samsung phones first. I think they introduced it back in like the S3. And I loved it back then. So I've been doing it for years. I've just gotten real good at it.
He ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The
But yeah, no,
fire
like,
and kept burning.
I find it so much faster to do that
Jack
than
turned
to
the
type.
radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and
But even,
clean,
I've never been a
something
quick
the Anderson
typist.
brothers would no doubt have enjoyed.
Or a
But Hartman
particularly
chose to
accurate
follow.
typist.
Wake was finally within his reach.
Like, I've never been particularly great at any of those, so I can't really say, like,
Presents were the only
one way or the other.
I had to find a way out.
Nope. Okay, I have a gun. I don't have a flashlight. Oh, shit. That room is very full of darkness. Quickly, Alan. I'd like to toot my own horn and say I type fast. Go for it. Shit. Like, nothing wrong. Like, if you can type quick, like, good. Like, that's a good skill. Honestly, I think it's partly because, like, I'm just barely in the generation where they're like, you won't be typing everything. You'll be, can I move this? Or? You won't be typing everything, you'll write it all. So, like, they never really talked about how important typing would be. fucking start the generator again, I guess. On my Xbox, you probably see me type fast. That's fair. Like I said, it all comes down to, like, what you're good at. You know? Look at the pretty furniture get destroyed by a light. Alan Wake's kind of a weird game sometimes. Am I supposed to, like, run down there? Because there's a bunch of shit that looks like it wants to kill me. Flashlights, hatchets. I stand by my saying, this is DVD. God damn it, it is. This is DVD well before DVD. My controller. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Alan, come on. Okay, I got a flare and I'm almost dead. Fuck these bears. Not like that. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'll hit the button. Hey, boob tube.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse.
I think the idea is that it's calling the person watching a boob, but I actually don't know the origin of that statement. Like, of that phrase, boob tube. I assume it's like along the lines of idiot box, but nicer. I leaned over and my ear went, nope. Where all you see is boobs and nothing else. Doesn't matter size. I mean, to be fair, like, they're all wonderful regardless of size. Although I did see a meme a while ago, and I've never been able to think of it differently, and it was, what cup size equals what amount of pancake batter? Like, how many pancakes per... Do I have to fucking Turo this ball? Like, Matador this ball? Thanks, Alan. I think it's just a volumetric measurement. Like how many pancakes equal the same amount of volume as...
I'm here.
Like, I think it was just, like, that idea. It's been a while since I've seen the meme.
The gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Thanks, Barry. You shouldn't have.
Look at the house, Al. Look out.
Die, pillar. Well, I feel like everybody kind of has, like, the meme idea of what certain sizes are, you know? Like, also, I feel like they're very, like, they're all kind of a wide gambit of each. Like, obviously, I'm not the most, like, knowledgeable person on the subject, but, like, I feel like people just kind of go like, oh, it's this one, when in all reality, it's more like a range. I've completely lost one of them. I need my flashlight to recharge, or a bigger, better flashlight. Christ, finally. Finally got one of them. Howdy, August. How are you today? All right.
Come on, Al, we gotta go. It's not much of a maze. I made it through easy.
It's not much of a maze. Thanks, Barry. I feel like the last thing I'd want from my Airbnb is for it to actively try to kill me. I feel like that would put a harsher on my vacation. I only get so much vacation a year. Like, I don't want to spend it attempting to murder me. Then again, is it worse if your Airbnb tries to kill you or, like, your house? Like, far getting ready for sleep in a bit soon. Yeah, it's a school night for you, isn't it? Like, you started up school. House 100% worse. Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, because I'm thinking about this now. Like, would it be worse if, like, your house tried to kill you, but it was reasonable? Like, you could reasonably defend yourself, but you had to go to work the next day? Or if, like, you wasted your vacation time almost getting murdered by your house. Like, which is worse there? I feel like both suck. But I'm not sure which one sucks more. Like, by the way, I'm definitely doing the trick where I just hold my hand on one side of the, Hey, I found gun bullets? Bullets, as they're commonly known. Doing that thing where if you keep your one hand on a side of the maze, you'll eventually find your way out. Gun bullets is their full legal name. Exactly. I think it'd be worth wasting. I think I'd be more mad if I wasted my vacation.
They're coming for you.
They're what? I do. I think I'd be legitimately mad to, like, have wasted my vacation almost getting murdered. Because at least if, like, you get a vacation where you're not at your house trying to kill you.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings.
If it is Miss Tweedy,
It took a special
you think
kind of
about it,
crazy
how many
to feel
years
something
or
like
something
this
does it
remote feel.
take place?
When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Brain no-go, boom. Brain stall. By the way, apparently this is the longest chapter of this game. So, like I said, I think we're only going to do this one. I hear monsters. Be confused with what I said, Ralph. I do. Ralph do be confused. That was a big-ass knife he had. All the better to stab me with. God damn it. Explain her Ralph doesn't want to know. Is it something Ralph needs to know, or like if it's not something? I was just confused is all, to be honest. If it's not important, it's not important on my end. That's cool. I'm fine with that. Just Ralph thought he missed something is all, and is trying not to.
Hartman hurried down the corridor.
Ralph's thrown off today, and I'm also going to stop referring to myself in the third person.
But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now,
like between the heat, the headache, and like my ear not working, which makes my entire head feel loopy.
Double-checked everything just to be
like,
sure.
Like I feel like I'm getting like 30% of anything that's coming at me. New Chicken Run movie. Oh, it was posted in Jack's Discord. Oh, I saw that. I actually did see that message in the in Jagbu's Discord. You have TV if you don't fight about the channels. If you can't agree on the channels, we'll turn it off. Hey, the exit. But before... Did I come from this way? No. Okay, there's nothing good up here. Proceed through the garden. I don't know why, but I seem to remember something about right here being a son of a bitch. So we'll see how this goes for me. Is that literally 2 fucking bullets? Because didn't I have 22 a second ago? They made that first Chicken Run movie a long time ago, didn't they? Oh, great. This asshole. I'm gonna get cheese and pretzels. Hell yeah, cheese. Oh, fuck. What now?
Oh, a bummer, dude.
Oh shit, the game was still going. It just minimized itself. Come on. Oh, I'm about to die. Alright. Whew. Yeah, that was weird. It just kind of like minimized itself. Oh, goddammit, there was a flare gun here? Son of a bitch. $2000 it came out. Okay. I bet you I thought that movie came out a while ago. This is where I came from, isn't it? Well, I don't think it's this way. God damn it, Alan. That's weird, though. I wonder why it minimized itself. Because it hates me. It wants to destroy me and sabotage me. Wants to sabotage me. I'm actually kind of hungry. You know what I've been wanting lately? A fucking Whopper. For the weirdest reason, though.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman
Mott sounds like kind of a bitch.
That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
So, VHSs kind of sucked. Like, I have fond memories of them, and there's lots of shit I did watch on VHS. They kind of blew, though. But anyway, I've been wanting a Whopper, like, the last, 2 days. Because I keep seeing TikToks about people suing Burger King because the Whoppers don't look like the pictures. There ain't no break open on that break open shotgun. Like, don't get me wrong, I get the nostalgia for them, but they didn't look good. They weren't reliable. They were kind of finicky. They were big. Like, only I can have that many flaws and be enjoyable. The booger, I have had the candy. You've never had, like, a Burger King burger? Like the Whopper? Fucking wheelbarrow. No, there are a lot of things that, like... And for good reason. Like, it would be so wildly impractical to try to film, like, an actual sandwich. Because, like, it would get gross immediately. But yeah, because people have been, like, talking about suing Burger King over how, like, the Whoppers misrepresent it. Because it's not that big. Which, by the way, the Whopper's still a pretty big burger. It's, like, that big. Like... Oh, it's super cool. Like, I love food photography. Emil made Tom do it. Hart made Tom do it. Hartman made Tom do it. Not Hartman. Never had Burger King eggs. Far from everything, especially Burger King, is an hour away. Huh. I figured Burger King would be way more common. Surprise. Color me surprised. I phrased that as weirdly as humanly possible. What the fuck, dude? God, where the fuck y'all coming from? God damn. Well, I like a Whopper. I think a Whopper's like a fine sandwich. You know? Like, but it's a fairly big, like, pretty beefy sandwich. I don't know if I would be pissy about, like, the size of a Whopper. Like, I can think of other fast food sandwiches I would be more disappointed in. Queen, GameStop, Taco Bell, all an hour away. Ew. Wendy's, across Frosty, and In-N-Out. Yeah, that's the thing. We do not have In-N-Out here. So, like, that is a completely foreign concept to me. In-N-Out and Jack in the Box. Or Del Taco. Like, I don't have any of those anywhere near me. Or Waffle House. None of those. I don't know what we would have, though, that other places don't. Like, apparently Burger Kings are a bit more rare than I thought they were, but otherwise, like, I feel like we have all, like, pretty standard, like, everywhere has them stuff.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to
It's too late to order a Whopper. I'll have to do that tomorrow.
Okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just
This is more remote. There are tons of Burger Kings here in LA. Okay.
Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes.
Is there Shake Shack? We just got Shake Shack.
Barry screamed and threw up his
Like,
hands.
we just got
The
those
world
not
exploded.
more than 10 years. Like, if I had to guess, like 4.
Hartman watched as
It's the first time I saw one.
The man was bullheaded, no doubt.
Y'all Five Guys?
On the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second
Five
time.
Guys a thing
But
out
with a little
anywhere
time,
else?
he could break
Or is that like an East Coast
give
thing?
him proper direction.
I can see that being stupid. I know they're like DC originally.
Since Tom really.
We do, in fact, have the 5 men. You know, there's 6 guys,
Let me take care of you.
not 5.
Sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Cajun fries. I've never had any of their like specialty fries or anything. Actually, you know what's real good at Five Guys? And it's gonna sound weird. You can tell it's gonna be weird because I did this. The fucking hot dogs. They're Nathan's hot dogs, but they slice them and fry them on the flat top real nice and hard, and they toast the bun. It's so fucking good. Like, Five Guys hot dogs are fucking phenomenal. Who got cut out of that deal? I think one of them married in, or when you're at Five Guys, they have a bunch of notes about like how they have hot dogs, yes. They have a bunch of like wall shit hanging up that you can watch that you can read while you wait for your burger, and you know, stuff your face with free peanuts. And I remember I was reading one of them, and it was like the history of Five Guys. Because they were real busy and it took forever.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of.
Go to Five Guys, hold your phone over the U, and put an A on your phone. 5 gays. Not nearly enough gays. Oh, great, a biggin. Barry, what did you just break? I didn't even see that, dude.
Just hang on, Al.
Barry's now's not the time to find quarters. Oh, god damn. God damn. Oh, I forgot to turn back on the death count. I thought something was missing, and I did just add one.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Oh shit, they're trying to get Barry. Students giving hot dogs? I like it. The fuck? Oh, hi. Sure. Oh, cool. I just need to get out. 10 deaths for this mistake. No. Instantly only Subway, McDonald's, Wendy's. Let me catch up on chat from that horrible ass fight.
You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon.
Who can get Jag a 5 guys hot
I
dog?
knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what?
No, but really, like,
time for this. When this
their
is
hot dogs
through,
are dope.
if we
Have a
make
hot
it,
dog.
I don't care what anybody says.
Also,
I'm done with darkness.
I kind of love me a hot dog, a glizzy as the kids call them. Think instantly Subway, McDonald's, Wendy's, Pizza Hut, KFC, or any big chain restaurants I have in town. Huh. I mean, to be fair, that's most of them. I think the only thing missing would be a Burger King at that point. Soon given hot dog?
I'm crazy, but that's fine.
10 deaths for this mistake, plus 10. God damn.
You're barking mad. You are by far.
They really are throwing a lot.
Maybe that's inevitable when you deal
I've
with
heard they
crazy
have
stuff
grilled
like
cheese.
this.
I've
It
never
helps.
tried it.
This is happening,
I've heard good
Barry.
things about it, though.
They never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake.
Alan put
but
that
she's
gun on
not
the
dead.
dashboard. I don't remember if this happens or not, so I could be wrong.
No, listen,
I'm betting I
can
lose
bring
that
her
gun.
back. I can find her.
I bet you it
There's
starts
something
me with no
special about this
equipment.
place. The lake, it does something.
I would want a
to the
Dairy
works of
Queen,
art
though.
created here.
I've
It
never
makes
been to a
them
Dairy
come
Queen.
true. But
I've
there's
lived
catch.
near one my
The
whole
dark
life.
presence,
I know
whatever
right
that
where
thing
one
is,
is.
twists it to its own ends. That's why
But,
all
like,
of
I've
this
never
is
been to
happening.
one.
It's
I've never
using
had
my
Dairy Queen.
manuscript to take over everything.
Ow, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane
Um,
before. It happened to the Andersons.
I love the idea, though, that Five Guys is just like, hey, are you allergic to peanuts? Because if you're allergic to peanuts, it's a fucking
The Andersons
war
knew about
crime
it,
in
but they
here.
were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at
Being
their
a trend of
farm,
people
Barry.
asking
You just
for a
need to
patty
find
and
it.
grilled cheese, so I don't think. Well, I like how demeaning Five Guys has to be when you want to order a normal sized burger or a single patty burger. You're like, little burger for this guy? Yeah, this fat son of a bitch wants a little burger. Just one patty. Because he's a bitch. Big Guy just lost a gun. I told you. They took all of my equipment and I'm almost dead.
Barry was nowhere to be seen.
But yeah, no, like Five Guys, because their standard cheeseburgers a 2-patty cheeseburger, which as a fat man I appreciate. But there are times where I just want like a little burger, you know, like a little single burger. So it's still a gripe I have. It is real expensive. Like it's a lot of food and it's fairly good,
Are you okay?
but it's still expensive.
Didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down though.
According to them, a little bitch burger.
Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a take it. Use a flare, Barry.
Where's Barry? Oh, Barry's way ahead of us.
Barry, are you all right?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never mess with anyone from New York.
Those are fries and peanut oil. Yes. They also tell you where the Barry is from, where the fries are from. Like they tell you where the potatoes are from. It's almost always Idaho in some way.
I'll be waiting.
I love
Barry,
back in the
just wait
day.
for me, okay?
I love that like Wendy's has always had the Dave's triple. It's like, is 2 patties not enough for you, fat ass? Here's a sandwich with a third. It's like the opposite of the little burger.
This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Well, to be fair, Five Guys fries are also very much like, hey, would you like one order of fries? Yes, I would like a normal portion of fries. Here's more fries than any one human can eat. You ordered a small, right? Like Five Guys fries, I love them for it. Bless them. But like, I do not need 50,000 fries in my life. My blood pressure's probably already too high. Come here, bitch. It'd be really nice if I could, like, aim this or some shit. Like, I also remember when the Baconator was, like, a reasonable sandwich. God damn it, let me through. I just want this fucking coffee thermos.
This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Now I'm fucking hungry. But yeah, no, like, I don't dislike Five Guys. They're too expensive. Wendy's got real expensive, too. To the point where, like, I don't think it's worth it to buy Wendy's food anymore. Like, it's too expensive for what it is. A Baconator is not a, you know, $12 sandwich. Like, I don't give a shit what the price of pork is. You know? Like, what was it, I wanted to order a McGriddle not too long ago from McDonald's for breakfast when I was doing overnights. They want, like, $6 for a fucking McGriddle. It's like, no, breakfast sandwiches are not that expensive. Fast food has lost their mind. It's like they've forgotten why we order fast food. It's not because it's good. It's because it's cheap.
The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch.
Exactly, $16.25 for a large Baconator combo. That's not... I don't think we're far off here. I don't think it's any cheaper. Or much cheaper, at the very least. I'm struggling to figure out where to put these fucking headphones where I can kind of hear myself. Good dodge, Ralph. Good dodge. They could have at least given me a flashlight for this section as well. You know? There's a little flashlight between friends. You know. Or a character that can run faster than the speed of smell. Wage here is $15.50, and next month it's going up to $16.50. Damn. That's not bad. Like, it's not great. You know, it's 10 years behind where it should be, but not bad either. Like, in all reality, like 10 years ago, $15 an hour was a good wage. Now it's insufficient still. You know? 10 years ago when we were all hemming and hollering for $10 or $15 an hour.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Okay. I guess that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, unfortunately, the cost of everything has still kept rising. And, you know, 10, 15 years ago when we were saying, you know, minimum wage should be $15 an hour, it was still $7-something an hour.
Stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night.
Of course, I know, like...
stab of envy at Wake's oblivion. But he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head.
Goddamn.
Became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Goddamn, Nightingale was just like all wanting to murder us and shit.
Still be a working generator somewhere around here.
Thank you for the hydrate, Dapper.
Drink full.
Welcome in. How are you doing today? I know you're frustrated you still didn't get that monitor. It's understandable. Which, by the way, the candles and stuff you posted in your Discord of, I assume there'd be new stuff in your shop. was adorable. Like the little witch candles and all that. Those are so cute.
In the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous.
Flashlight. What's that say? Trust no one in the dark. Listen, you meet a fine caliber of people in the dark. I'm doing alright. How are you? I just want my PC to be able to stretch its legs. Yeah. Well, you've been able to, like, fire it up and, like, goof around on it, right? Like, you aren't just completely without a monitor, right? Because one of those is far worse than the other. Like, if you just didn't have anything to hook it to. I'm going to talk shit and then it's going to be like, yeah, no, I hear you, motherfuckers. No, that's not a thing. Alan, don't jump. It'd be real dope if I had a weapon right now. Pick up the batteries, Alan. God damn it, Alan. What the? Where the hell did they come from? Alright. I'm safe in the light. Yeah, I got my TV. Good, good. I mean, I know it's not, like, as good as a monitor, but, like, at least you've gotten to, like, you know, fire it up, make sure everything runs and all that.
Same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Oh, God. Why am I so yawn today? Why yawn? What's yawn? Too much yawn. Ooh, a heavier duty flashlight. Haha. Really wish I'd grabbed those batteries back there. Yeah, but at least done a little bit on it. Were you early down? Were we talking about it? Were you early downloading Starfield? Or was I talking with somebody else about that?
The car was heading for the
Have you gotten to fire up some of that yet? If it was you I was talking to?
See the damage soon.
Which, like, a lot of people are saying it's one of the better Bethesda games. Like, it doesn't have as much of the Bethesda bugginess we're all used to. Like, it's still there. There's just less of it. You know? God, is that you?
Deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was the dark presence followed the choreography.
We're ultimately waiting on a monitor. I have to move my TV from my team and stand to my desk every time. Oh no.
But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the
Alright, yeah. I guess it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. The first like 2 weeks when I had my last computer, or my first computer, I guess.
The one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
I kept moving my computer out to the living room so that I could hook it up to the TV and play on it. Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it.
Oh, a bummer, dude.
I'm having issues. Why are there so many fucking bear traps? It's like an unreasonable number of bear traps. But that's actually how I killed my laptop. I wound up slipping, like my headphones are doing now, and crushing it between my bed and my body. I did drop my bear trap into my laptop.
Someone had left.
Yes.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow.
But yeah, no, that's how I broke my laptop.
The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path.
Oh, I keep yawning, I'm sorry.
They had fought these shades before.
Yeah, that's just me. I'm too cavalier with my bear trap.
Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Well, they gave me a shotgun and a bunch of ammo. The Taken are filled with darkness. Thanks, that's helpful. Y'all know me. I'm just out here recklessly swinging my bear trap around, you know, all willy-nilly. I almost 100% missed something behind me, and I don't give a shit. That's a bear trap, not a manuscript page. I am not going to get it. That too is a bear trap. You fools, you let me have a gun. Nope, not a manuscript page. Alan's face is just a magnet for farming equipment. You know what? Fuck this. We're running away. It's time. It's time to run away. Or, you know, run out of breath 5 feet down the trail. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Did I say something weird?
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
There's probably a driver out there throwing farming equipment at me. Honey, I'm home.
Hello? Anybody here?
They sound fine.
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't!
No! What are you doing? No! Yeah, I've heard it all before. I'm just gonna rob you real quick. Then I'll come up and check on you. Well.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know?
The farm do have some good moonshine. They're running out of breath. Yeah.
They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him.
One of my favorite things that I can, or one of my favorite ways to phrase a story that I have, is that I had moonshine the way God intended, out of the back of a Trans Am in a gas station parking lot.
Who wrote this crap anyway?
I mean, I wrote this crap, but okay. I guess that's cool. I don't come to your work and make fun of you.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
So, that's why we're going through all this and how we broke out of the control of the darkness. Alan wrote himself into the story to try to, you know, fix it.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
What's casting a shadow here? Which I think is a neat idea. I think it's a neat idea, like...
The front door was locked.
That's the back door. Oh.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh dear. I ain't had deer in a long time. If you've never had it, it's not bad. It's, you know, kind of unremarkable, really. In my opinion. But it's not terrible, either. It's a little bit more gamey than, like, beef. You know? Makes a decent burger. Steaks aren't bad, but... Is there a coffee thermos in the outhouse? I remember,
For a moment, Hartman considered
funny enough, for the Lost finale,
easily manipulated.
I had people over to watch it, which to tell you how long ago this was. But I made venison burgers, because a friend of mine had a bunch of venison. Enjoy your food, Dapper. I will do my best. The struggle is real, though.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Hold on, let me break for thermoses. I think there's a big set piece coming up. If I remember correctly. Don't mind if I do, game. I guess I'll go check out over here. Also, I think I figured out one of the things that's so squirrely about the controls of this. It's that Alan is weirdly off-center. Like, I feel like the camera doesn't point, like, straight ahead like this. I feel like it points like this. Ooh, a flashbang. Well, that was a waste of upstairs. And just for shits and gigs, let's take a look out back. Doesn't seem to be anything out here. Alright, I'm gonna steal this Jeep. And immediately crash. Okay, this Jeep kind of sucks. Like a real Jeep. I just love the idea that Alan will never let anybody stay parked where they were. Not carnapping, we're just rearranging the parking. So nobody gets a ticket, you know.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last
11
until morning,
versus
at the very least. Pertaining to that,
14.
let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible
To prevent parking tickets, yeah, no, that's what Alan Wake's important for.
Make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF.
So I think that's supposed to be Alan's wife. The old ball and chain. Missing, like normal. There we go. Let's take this car. I drove that one a good 20 feet. Time for a new car. The Evil Dead car, which apparently has grass growing inside of it. Nope. Is this the first game I've driven in? I don't think I've ever played a game on here where I've driven. I must have. Like, as a person, yes. But, like, I don't think I've driven in any video games. Oh! Oh, yeah! Yeah, there is that, isn't there? Yeah, I fucked that up too, didn't I? Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, sir. Would you like to exchange insurance information? Oh, I'm just, like, missing a door. And the trunk. I fucked this car all up. Hold on, I'll get you. There we go. There we go. Got him. Yeah, for the life of me though, I had forgotten that I drove in that game. Because like usually I'm not terrible at driving in games. Far worse at it in games than I am in real life. Like in real life I'm not a bad driver. It's just I don't do it all that often. But in video games, I'm pretty awful at it. That one's got enough ass to move a car, I guess. Road closed. Broken fence. I ain't stupid. This looks like a combat arena. Oh. Let's fuck around and find out, I guess. Cute little windmill. There's a cute little farm, actually. I guarantee you that windmill will hurt me if I walk into it. It seems like that kind of a thing. I did get to the farm. Well, the farm's like... There's a cornfield. I'm assuming the farm is connected to it. But first, hidden goodies. Nah, it's just random cornfield. Wild corn. Alright. Also, very sparse corn. This is not gonna have a good harvest. And the bleachers are weird and out of place.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Oh, these guys are the best. Look at their stage.
Al! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
Low frame rate. Who's ready for a dope-ass scene?
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
We have to fight them all! I can tell more of the fireworks!
Oh, come on. I definitely hit the fucking dodge button there. So yeah, you get to use all of the Rockstar bullshit and a bigger flashlight. To oh Jesus Christ, game. Which like cuts through their armor. Or I die, you know, because I'm busy trying to showboat. Like, this is a cool idea. I'm very much like having trouble talking during this because this also isn't easy. But like, this is a cool idea with like the stage and the pyrotechnics and all that. God damn it, game. What the? It's like freaking out over how many like explosions and shit are happening all at once. Which this is the most unstable it's been yet. Like, thank God, I think I survived. Mostly.
That was awesome! Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Like, look how cool this fucking little homemade stage is. Like, got a dragon and shit. Like, Tor and Odin are awesome. Love those fucking guys. They have scarecrows as their audience. Like,
Al, this way to the farm.
also, that song fucking rocks. Like I said, the music for all of this is so fucking good.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it.
You saved the standee.
Once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Rock and roll for the moment, yeah. And if I was better at video games, like, it would have looked real cool.
Moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Like to be fair, when like the game doesn't crap out every time more than one thing happens on screen at a time. Which once again, this is not taxing my system much. I have no idea why it's failing. I think it's a, I'm going to blame DirectX. I don't know why, but I think it's DirectX's problem.
I'm always right about everything, and if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I don't think we should find Alice. I think
You want me
Barry
to do
and
my imitation
Alan
of
should
Barry
just...
Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Barry and Alan should just be a couple. Like, clearly they're meant for each other. Thruple incoming. I mean...
Wow. You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves. So how come I never heard of these guys before?
By the way, these two Viking dudes have a fucking Viking boat.
TV.
Like, these guys are awesome. I fucking love them. Oh, the heartburn. The heartburn. No. I'm falling apart today. Like, it's one of those days where it's just like heartburn, clogged ear, headache. Just all day sweating. Just existing. At this point, I think it's just existing that's giving me heartburn. Like, I think just being alive. It's like, oh, what's causing you pain? Existence. Well, I have a headache from, like, the combination of the heat and, my ear being clogged. Like, the pressure in my head. I have a coffin. I love coffins.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
So, like, I'm not surprised. To be fair, it's gone away by now because I got home and took a bunch of ibuprofen. So I kind of dealt with it. Like, it wasn't a bad one. So, like, that's fine. It's just, like, all of it keeps going. You know? Ooh. The 75 Ragnarok Tour. Be awed by celestial wrath and fury. Seattle, Washington. Bakersfield, California. Long Beach, California. New York City, New York. Newark, New Jersey. Detroit, Michigan. Jacksonville, Florida. Tampa, Florida. New Orleans, Louisiana. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's also like, okay, Seattle to Bakersfield and Long Beach, I kind of get. That's down the coast. Then fly all the way across the country to do New York and Newark, because they're only like 15 minutes apart from each other. Also kind of redundant to do Newark and not Philly, because Philly's at least 2 hours away, or Boston. Like, Newark and New York are like literally 15 minutes away from each other. That's weird. Especially a night apart. Like, that could easily be down to Philly. Then it goes to Detroit, Florida, and New Orleans. Or Louisiana, rather. Like, alright, Florida and Louisiana I get. Michigan seems like a weird jump. Like, I don't think... I can see why this is the Ragnarok Tour. Because it is the end of the world, because it sucks. That joke fell flat. My bad. Oh, I'm full of battery. These guys clearly in the Russian mob. We need a bum tits. Yeah, I've been meaning to add that one for a while. Know what I gotta do? I gotta, like, write these down and put them on a post-it note on my computer to, like, actually remember to do it. Whoa. Maybe I should play the original version instead. You know, in a minute, you're about to... Pardon me for 1 second. Note to self, that light cannot last an entire stream. That has to get plugged in. I'm going to play through up like a while, I think, in my free time in the original version and see if it's as buggy as this. Because if it isn't, if it's less buggy, I might just switch to that instead of the remaster. Because I wanted to do the remaster because it looks better, but if it's just gonna keep fucking up, I know halfway through the game's not. I believe so, yeah.
I think we can make it through here, Al.
I think they might have tightened up the controls a little bit and, like, removed the branding. But for the most part, what happened to the seconds? But for the most part, I think it's just prettier. Like, I got a sec, though. I could be wrong. I could be completely talking out of my ass on that one. But yeah, like, I want it... Like, the remaster, I also haven't played the remaster before. So, like, I was looking forward to that. Like, seeing how much better it looks. Oh, I got him into that fucking electrical thing. I didn't realize that was an option. Well, that worked out really well. I need my flashlight to recharge a bit so I can kill this car. So how's everybody's day going? Like, that car be wiggling. But what's it called? I often find that in video games I'm real bad about using the environment. Like, I often will forget the environment's an option. So it's nice whenever it just kind of serendipitously happens. Serendipitously? I don't think that's a word. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'll notice all kinds of shit after I've killed the enemy. Like...
Wow, those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay?
Dave, a still.
Let's take a closer look at this stuff.
I want a still. But yeah, no, I'm terrible about, like, remembering explosive barrel. I'm also bad about, like, using better weapons.
Be careful, Al!
Like, I very muchly have to remind myself, particularly in this game, because they love taking your shit from you, that, like, I don't need to save all my ammo for late game stuff. They're just going to take it from me anyway, I say as I equip the shotgun. Because I always have that mentality of, like, if I use all the good ammo, how will I beat the boss fight?
You okay, Al? I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Like, well, how will I beat Resident Evil if I don't end the game with 40, Magnum rounds that I'll never use? Like, clearly I need to hold on to all of them. Actually, it got to a point in Resident Evil 1, I would make it a point that by the time I got to the lab, I would only use the Magnum.
I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff.
Because if you don't end a Resident Evil game with enough Magnum rounds to kill the last boss 5 times over, did you even play a Resident Evil game?
I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's
You
wild.
lost that RE game exactly.
There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public
Oh my god, I'm so stuffy.
A lot of people gone missing, too.
Actually, while we listen to this radio, pardon me for a moment.
Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear.
So I guess that answers a question I've always wondered, but always forget to ask. I reckon y'all can't hear my fan.
Sure thing, Pat.
Like, there's literally a stand fan right here. Like, I'm touching it with the tips of my finger. I always worry y'all can hear it, but I took a lot of time to try to like find the sweet spot to where it doesn't come through the mic. But yeah, no, like every stream there's a fan right here. Because my room gets a little warm while I stream. But no, I'm stuffy is the problem. The fan ain't really helping or hurting that.
I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of 2 burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Sure, Alan, kick it open. Don't open it like a normal fucking human. So if I do not hear the fan. Good, good. I never hear it when I, like, have gone back and listened to my VOD. I would say edit, but, like, I haven't edited it in a while. Stuffy is hot, but No, I meant stuffy as in, like, congested. Oh, goody. More fucking farm equipment. And dudes. Yep. Yeah, okay. I deserve that one. Oh, God damn it, I hit the wrong button. But yeah, no, I'm like stuffy, like congested, not.
You've got to be kidding me.
Switching to phone. Oh no, not phone. Well, that went pretty well for me. Now, I can see the light hitting this motherfucker. Why doesn't it count? Well, handled that way better the second time. Like... Oh, they have a cute little house. It's so adorable with their little Viking shields on the front. And it's called Valhalla. Their house is adorable. Can I... Am I supposed to go through where that guy came out? I feel like I'm supposed to go through here. Are these like their farm workers or something that I'm killing? Or are these just like the darkness ended up on the farm? Like, I have questions about the mechanics of this. Okay, I guess that won't explode.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's
No.
me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Barry, you locked that door I went through. Yeah, the Twitch app kinda sucks.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
He said we're almost there, and now I feel like I'm gonna have to fight something. Why'd you say that, Barry?
Come on, one more gate. Do this thing.
Old gods know the truth. Which, once again, I'll post some of their music in the Discord. It is so good. Kind of worried about how they're shoring up this wall with some, random wood. I think the worst part is, though, like, I don't know why the Twitch app is so bad. It shouldn't be. It should be a fairly decent app. They certainly have the money to make a fairly decent app. Okay, cool. There's a thermos inside, so clearly they'll let me walk around in the house.
Lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
I found the crapper, Barry. Hold up a second. Hold on a goddamn moment. This is their like foyer crapper. Right? Like, why can I look directly at the toilet from outside the house on the porch? Why is there a rocking chair right outside the... Like, who designed that? You seeing this shit, Barry? I guess, like, if you live out in the woods, I guess, like, it does kind of be like...
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
All the latest home models have the porch toilet. Like, thinking on it, I guess... Get the fuck out of my way then, Barry. They done left the ketchup out. Like, it is just two old dudes living together. I guess it doesn't matter, like... They probably talk to each other while they poop. Barry, get the fuck out of my way.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Oh, wow. It's like a dean. But yeah, no, like...
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic,
if you live out in the woods, though, like, it would be something special to have, like, a bathroom that has a view. Like, just out looking in everywhere while you're pooping, like, yes.
Cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning.
Although, to be fair, that is a thing, isn't it? Like, not pooping, obviously, but...
Coming back.
They do have, like, outdoor tubs, don't they? Where you, like, relax and take a bath while looking out over a vista.
The cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer.
I was watching Megan, got bored, now over the hez.
This was the beginning.
Like that song you remember from the movie called Still by Ben Folds.
Happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Megan looks stupid. Like the best kind of stupid, but stupid nonetheless. Wow, am I only missing 2 from this chapter? I'm only missing 2 manuscripts, Barry. And I can almost guarantee you one of them's from that part where I had to run away from monsters without a gun or a flashlight.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be... What's-her-face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
I was actually listening to that song like yesterday or the day before. It's on one of my Spotify or my Apple Music playlist.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours.
Well, to be fair, like, it's a good song.
And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
Moonshine.
I'm sorry about that. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer.
I like their plan was get hammered.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
They don't sound like the drunk acting isn't good, but they did kind of nail like the way people talk when they're drunk. I feel like I would never be able to get to sleep with a cardboard standee of myself watching me. Like, that just wouldn't happen. That's not a thing I'd be physically capable of. Oh, goody, a dream sequence. A first-person dream sequence.
Alice, I'm coming. It's
Had a
all
beer
right.
once, but half a
It was a
bottle.
crazy drunk.
Fine, nothing bad happened.
It was more
My
than
dad
that.
now.
It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine.
Twice a
I
year
was
at most.
there,
So,
an
like,
out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls.
it's some,
The night
like,
Alice
drinking's
had
one of those things that, like, should be
I had a chance to
respected.
find out what had happened.
Like, because
I
it can
remembered
do
those
things to you,
times
and it does
the
affect your, like, judgment and
Alice would
whatnot.
never turn the lights off.
And you don't, like, become a different person when you drink. Like, in a literal sense, like, it doesn't unlock some part of you that
I
isn't
remember
there.
thinking, I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
It just makes
Beyond
you
this
a
lost
more
memory, there was nothing.
extreme
I had to
version
follow the
of
footsteps
yourself.
my
Like, it
past self to
amplifies
find
what's
out what
already
had happened
there.
that night. Diving after her was the last
I've done the
of any
research.
memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking
With my
up
desk
behind the
whiskey.
wheel of the crash car and
My
finding the
terrible,
first
terrible
pages of
desk
the
whiskey.
manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and
Alice.
so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Exactly.
Alice!
Yes.
You know, like I said, I think that it's like,
The dark
you know,
presence had touched me.
something to be
She had
respected
dug her
and
nails into my
understand.
brain and used me.
But,
Made
like,
me her puppet.
you know. Why do I have a feeling that the place I went for upgrading / school is going to call today? 6 months since I left.
Upstairs in the study.
Maybe they'll call.
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
I think it's a neat way to, like, unravel the what happened
You were
that
foolish
night.
to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh,
Okay, Alan,
hush.
dial
There's
it down.
still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Ugh.
You can write her back. true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
So sleepy. Very tired.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice.
Hump day. I'm not a fan, especially since it's supposed to be hotter tomorrow.
Aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone.
I might say Eepy.
Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free.
Once again, I really love the idea that
I'm here. It will be back soon.
Thomas Jane and Alan Wake were able to write a backdoor to, like, give themselves control over the narrative. I think that's clever as shit.
I'd woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape.
Antario, you're not wrong. It is hard AF out here. Record check this skill. That skill requires French.
The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
This feels like the end of the episode, right?
It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted.
Because it just kind of keeps going, and I'm concerned.
Kept me safe that night.
Oh, this is him escaping from the... Yeah.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Uh-oh. The feds have got us. So, we're gonna... There's been a lot of music this episode, and I'm worried how many times I'm gonna have to hit, you know. But yeah. End of episode 4. This game only has 6 chapters. Now, granted, episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all this long. So we might very well have 3 more streams of this. But, yeah, we're making our way through it. 4 out of 6. There's also 2 DLCs that we're gonna do as well. There's the writer and I forget what the second one's called. But yeah, that's some Alan Wake. I'm trying to quit before it gives me the this week on Alan Wake. And there's a reason we're doing this now, by the way, because I didn't want to hop from horror game right to horror game. Easy, right, Sylvan? Fucking easy. Because the second one comes out in October. Alan Wake 2 comes out late October, so I want to get it done with a little bit of breathing between, because we did literally go like Walking Dead, Heavy Rain, Silent Hill, Alan Wake. Like, nope. Things were definitely not difficult. I definitely didn't add 3 or 4 deaths to the death counter. That didn't happen at all. And really, no one would believe you if you even said that. But yeah, so I'm taking these off. There's nothing to hear now. But yeah, like, we have a bunch of Alan Wake coming up, or there's new Alan Wake coming out, and I honestly don't want to wait to play the second one. So I decided we're probably going to do that one fresh. Like, I might just play that first play on stream. So I wanted to make sure I had the first one out of the way. Because I didn't want to do another horror game. Like, I was kind of thinking September we wouldn't really do horror. September would be other things. And then we can hit October nice and hard. Back just in time. Y'all have a good night. What did you get to eat, Dapper? Horror year round, of course. Yes, but if I want to hit that Halloween, spooky time horror stuff, I should give it a little bit of breathing room. It's the relaxing, fun, jovial stuff before the murder starts in a horror movie. Had to get Taco Bell because other places were dumb. That sucks. But at least you got Taco Bell out of it. You get that Baja Blast. Love a Baja Blast. But yeah, I figure we would have September would have been non-horror games because October's soon. Well, hold the fuck on. Are you saying the Baja Blast is gross? Baja Blast. A Mountain Dew, genetically engineered to go well with Taco Bell. Where's the band hammer? Where the fuck did I put that? How dare you? The bell from Taco Bell, that dog, that little Chihuahua dog, slaved away in a lab for years to make Baja Blast to perfectly pair with Taco Bell. And you're just disrespecting it like that. Burp or whatever. I recommend Baja Blast. I feel like there's a soda that specifically does that, and I can't think of it right now. Like, I feel like recently I was thinking about it. Where it's like, man, this soda's gassier than most others. And it wasn't Baja Blast. I want to say it was like Sprite or something. But anywho, we'll be back Thursday with more Alan Wake. Anything cherry makes me burn a lot. I assume you mean burp. Could be burn. I mean, heartburn's a real thing. Sugary sodas will do that. I say as I drink my mildly sweetened fizzy lemon drink. Which, by the way, I still have a couple cans of pineapple juice. I've been kind of thinking about mixing pineapple juice with this, and I don't want to take the leap and waste either of them. But I feel like it might be good. Do you think my lemon soda would go well with pineapple juice? I need someone to push me one way or the other on this. Because I'm too much of a coward to be sure. Anywho, you can catch me Thursday playing more Alan Wake, or this Sunday coming up, where, if my math is correct, we're going to take a look at a new game, and we're going to talk shit. We're going to talk lots of shit. So be sure to tune in for that. And you can catch me at any one of these places up here, or the easily clickable links right there in the chat, or down in the description below if you're watching this in the future on YouTube. I will catch you all later. I hope you all have a lovely hump day. And I will catch you Thursday. Bye. Good for me, and they don't see it. But remember, they do not see it that way. That's what's important. Trust me. I'm sure she might feel the same way about herself. Like, we all got insecurities. And, well, we all kind of suffer with them. But don't let it deny you any happiness. That's important. Ultimate testicle grinder. That's what they called me in high school. Nope, not happy about that joke. Hey! Made a weak potion of explosion. We're gonna test something real quick. I don't know if it's in the game or not, but